I had my uncle, before he passed away, he had a ranch on the border of Nebraska and Kansas. He called me up and he said, I need you to come down here. I want you to see something you ain't never seen before. And that's all I needed. I said, yeah, I'll get off here in a day and be down. He said, thank you. So I went down there and he drove me out. Again, his farm was out of the way, to say the least. The last 2 miles to his house, weeds grow up the middle of the road, if that tells you anything, and it's a one-path road. Got back there into one of his back pastures, and the old bull had been killed, and walked up there. He wouldn't say anything, he just wanted me to see it. I walked up there, dangest thing I'd ever seen. The eyeballs had been cut out, as slick as a whistle as I'd ever seen. And the lower jaw was gone, just the lower jaw. And the sex organs had been taken off, just the sex organs. And cuts that you couldn't imagine how clean they were. And I ain't never seen livestock ever that was left alone by the critters. Too many coyotes back then that cleaned him to the bone. Not counting crows and vultures would be drifting in real quick. Nothing had touched him for the 2 days that he had been there dead. Well, I went back that fall and we drove over by him again, and the same thing. It was still there, untouched. Oh, it had rotted away, but it was still there. 3 years later, I happened to be over by there again, so I just swung over that direction just for the heck of it. And there were all the bones in a row, his head and everything, as if it was where it fell and where as the meat and everything rotted away from it, the bone was still just laying there. Dangest thing I ever saw. Mice always go for the bone because they want the mineral. Nothing touched it. Dangest thing I ever saw. And it wasn't the last event. The next time he called up and he said, it's getting kind of serious now. He said they got another bull. This was in the shed and the corral right there, not 100 yards from the house. And he said, I'm drawing a line in the sand. And he ordered him the semi-automatic version of an M16. I believe they call them an AR-15, something like that, whatever it was. And he bought that, and he bought him an M1 Garand semi-automatic, and most of 1,000 rounds of ammunition. And then he told the law enforcement about it, and they said, we don't even want to investigate it because that'd make our county look bad. And he said to the cops back, he said, if I catch anybody killing and mutilating one of my cattle again on my place, I'm going to kill them. And they said, if you do, we'll arrest you. He said, I know what side of the fence you're on, and you know what side I am on now. And so he made it his own mind. He said, if I ever have to kill anybody, I'll just bury them deep. But ain't nobody going to kill no more of my livestock if I can help it. And he spread the word near and far. Anybody on his property killing and mutilating a bull is going to be killed. Well, he died here years back now. But through his life, he never had another one that happened to. Never had another one that happened with. And so maybe it ain't extraterrestrial as much as you'd think. Maybe there's some people on the dark side that got tricks of getting on your property and off and doing things to your livestock for their religion or their cult or whatever it might be. But I think even they are a little nervous when a farmer says he's going to shoot and ask questions later. This is McCook's Mr. Bill. Rate this film.